Good morning and welcome to the Morning Steam. I'm your host, Ramon Scott. I'm coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. And I'm trying to get us a show together, you guys. What are we going to do? Oh, man, just trying to get some games to talk about here on Sunday. We could talk about yesterday's fun. That was fun. What a day of college football. It wasn't, the killer storm from last week, but still, nonetheless, great games, great action all night. And what happened for you guys over there? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Going to preview 4 NFL games today. That's what I'm going to do, the afternoon games. And, well, we're going to try to look at 4 Major League Baseball games. I'm going to look at the games that still have an impact in the playoff seedings. We know all the teams now in the Major League Baseball playoffs. Did your team make it in? Mine didn't. So we'll talk about those that did, maybe. Well, maybe we cover the matchups a little bit as well. I thought I saw some futures starting to come out a little bit on some of the matchups for the next series. And I was trying to track down still the lines on today's important games. By my count, there is 4 games that still impact where teams can land. Now, if you want all previews of all the games, Tony's going to have those today as well. He did every day. Well, he did almost every day. I did a few of the days, but every day this season. And if you want my previews of NFL games from early action, including this one, we might be off the air before this first game goes off if I could just stop talking and just preview some games between the Falcons and the Jaguars coming right up. ESPN Plus. Well, ESPN Plus has got the game. Hope you guys got ESPN Plus. It's a great deal. It's a great value. And I don't know. Maybe I might watch the Toy Story version of the game. I don't know. It's only one game. It's just the Jaguars and the Falcons. But all my previews are up right now for the early action, the 9-game slate, as well at 1 Eastern and 10 Pacific. And I'll be back later today at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Pacific here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel when we get those opening lines from Las Vegas and go over next week's college action after yesterday's college card. So what stood out for you guys yesterday? I went 6-3-1 with my premium plays. Just say hello to Blake here today, joining me in the chat. Who else is with me today? Airplane Boop is here. Hello, and so is Rick. Thank you guys for joining me today. Like I said, I think we get this one done pretty darn quick. And, well, maybe I can use a little respite here, right? All I do is talk. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at what happened yesterday with the handicappers. I want to talk football, want to talk college football, but don't know if you guys are necessarily in the mood. So we'll get the show going here a little bit with our premium picks over at the website. James Harris, my favorite quarterback in the chat. Good morning. But yesterday, Ben Ruhala on top of the handicapper leaderboards here on the website. Guess we could talk some inactives as well today for those early games, try to get you some information. All my previews are up and ready and with plays. And I'll have a 7-pack. I'll show you here in just a moment. Great day for Ben Ruhala. 6-1-1 plus 500 units. Nick Vartini, he came in with a huge day. 73% plus 470 units. Tiffany Mance, 67% plus 461 units. I also was right there with 67% plus 251 units. Sean Dinwiddie, 75% Joseph Schultz 2-1, Daniel Woloschuk 3-2, Collins Brown 7-5. These are the cappers that finished on top of the handicapper leaderboards for Saturday's action. Over the last 7 days, Nick Martini right there on top, plus 1685. Collins Brown 11.25 units. I'm up there, nearly 1,100 units over the last 7 days. And Hollywood Sam plus 824, and Joseph Schultz plus 685. Got 5 hot cappers over the last 7 days here on the site. Over the last 30 days, I'm on top of the handicapper leaderboards right there, up over 22 units, and we added some more yesterday, obviously. Didn't start out great. Just had 10 plays overall. I may have left a couple on there that I probably should have closed with. Gave out some. I thought the show plays actually were kind of mediocre, actually, to tell you the truth. And I think we could do a better job on those. I was not happy with some of the plays on the show yesterday, so better job next week. We did have a few where I felt like we were contrarian, we were okay, and when we were kind of piling on, we weren't good. So let me know how you guys did yesterday. Hey, over at Tony'sPicks.com, we do have our premium picks for today. I'm going to hopefully give you a few winners here in baseball and football. But if you want a few extra winners in your back pocket from a proven handicapper, go to Tony'sPicks.com, look at the handicapper leaderboards, kind of see who's up there quite a bit. Like maybe find someone who maybe is on all 4 of the leaderboards, and maybe that might be your guy. It might be your capper. I don't know who that might be, but let's take a look at what the cappers have today over at the website. You got Collins is coming in with our new. I just want to feature this. Great job here by Collins. He's got 7 props. $35, $5 each on his props. So that shows you right there they're affordable because, these limits are not going to be as high on the props, but you can still get a nice, I would imagine, some good prices. You can get down on these, but Ridley, Boyd, Cousins, Allen, Aguilar, Thielen, and Stevenson props from Collins as part of our packages now over at Tony'sPicks.com. Not many sites are packaging them up and grading them. There are some other sites that are starting to kind of do props, but we're going to grade them on the site. They're going to be counted in the counted in the records of the cappers. So check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Our new props feature over there, where we have player props. And they are some of the most popular props. You're probably not going to have trouble finding these props at your book or app. So check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. It is our new feature here on the website. Okay. Also, if I may show you, I've got a 7-pack here in the NFL today, so check it out. Mine's for $35 as well. You get the entire game with me, and 7-pack of early window games. Yeah, I got a pick on this game as well. A $15 discount play in the game coming up here. Falcons, Jaguars from Wembley Stadium in London. I've already previewed the game, so you can check it out on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel real quick and maybe head on back, or like I said, game time's in 15 minutes, so good luck to you. So those are part of the plays from the crew over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save you 20% off all premium pick packages. There's the play right there. 14 minutes. I've got the NFL London discount best bet. My best play in the upcoming game from one of the top cappers on the site. Here I am, number 1 on the website for the year. And we also have other cappers with plenty of packages today, including Nick Lagaretos, Ben Ruhala, Tony T's got his best bet going off tonight. Provy's up there with packages as well. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, see if we just had any more. Maybe I should just glance at the packages, see who else is up there. You got Nick Vartini with a 3-pack. Collins has a 5-pack. Sam's got a 3-pack in there and a 7-pack. And Nick is going to be coming in with some soccer here, I see, from France, from Germany as well. So Tony T's got his 3-pack of plays. The VIP account also has been doing well. And Pravi, okay. All right, thanks for indulging. And like I said, if you need a few extra winners in your pocket, why not just grab those and use the promo code Tony T at checkout, save 20% off all premium pick packages. And we'll get started with the show. And just this won't take long, you guys. So appreciate you guys stopping in today. Got 3 dozen of you here, so no reason to wait any longer. Blake says he likes the Jaguars team total over in this one. And Mike says most of these London games go over. Most of those London games to go over. I will say this: today's game is in Wembley Stadium, and there have been 6 games played in Wembley Stadium that the NFL has conducted. All 6 of them have went under. That doesn't say this one will, but Mike said, and I'm not disagreeing with Mike. There have been. Let me see. I have the statistics. Maybe we can cover a little bit of this game coming up. But like I said, my preview's up, so don't want to waste too much of your time if you follow the show every day. But this week, let's see. Last year was the first year where there were more overs than unders, so maybe Mike is just speaking of that. Last year there were 4 of the 6 games played in, I'll say Europe. So I'm not going to say that Mike, but definitely, London here. We have, 1 is going to be at Wembley this year. 2 are going to be in Tottenham, and 2 are going to be playing in Frankfurt, Germany. So last year, 4-2 to the over. In 2021 was 1-2 to the under. 2020 was 1-1. That was the pandemic season. 2019, 2-3 to the under. 2018, all 3 under. 2017, 3 of 4 under. So, but like I said, all 6 in Wembley Stadium have gone under. The average score of those 6 games that have been played in this stadium, and again, this is just over. They've only been doing this for 6 years here, and so they've played in this stadium just 6 times. But all 6 have gone under in this stadium. The average final score, 35.3. I will say this: that Wembley track does appear slower, but that's just the type of surface, I feel like. Hello to Darren. So to figure it out, how you been? Nice to see you. And Darren's got his play. So Matt D talking Tigers football yesterday, and Rick's got a play in the game as well. Let's cover the action here for the afternoon slate in the NFL with the Raiders and the Chargers. The big news coming out of this one within the last 24 hours will be the absence of Jimmy Garoppolo. He'll miss the game. Aiden O'Connell gets the start here. So that's why you probably see that move right there on the game to 6. So I guess Hoyer was talked about. I think he was the kind of the backup, but O'Connell got rave reviews. Certainly, yeah, we could do. Don't forget the Liberty and the Sun, Ramon, right? I didn't mention it, but we'll have it up on the screen certainly and talk about it. May have a premium coming at you in that one as well. So, all right. So with O'Connell expected to get the start here for the Raiders, the Jimmy Garoppolo out, kind of sudden. I mean, the talk was earlier as the week grew, right? Terrell says that's a good move. So yeah, you, Garoppolo, we can only rely on his past history for so long, right? I mean, we talked about Jimmy G, and his overall record is pretty great. I mean, he's 41-19 as a starter in the league, but how much of that now, looking back, has been maybe good teams, maybe Jimmy's already washed up. I don't know. I hope that that's more points for the Raiders, Terrell, because the Raiders haven't been scoring very many points with him. Obviously, I think that's the comedy that you're trying to share there with us, and I'm laughing at it because that's funny. Because you figure Jimmy's scored seven. The Raiders have scored 17, 10, and 18 points, and who's to say they're going to get that much many more here against the Chargers? I kind of want to. I kind of want to take the Raiders because now it seems like they'll be focused on protecting as much as they can here. Yeah, the Chargers can be explosive, but they can be a comedy also, right? They can't cover numbers very well. We know that. They're 9-20 in their last 29 games as a home favorite. They're garbage as a home favorite. And they don't do very well coming off a win over the last decade. They don't really do that much. So they did cover 4 of the 6 games at home in the division last year, and they won last week, despite losing the field position battle by a pretty, significant margin in this league. So last 3 times these teams have met, it stayed under the total. Will that be the case here today with the Raiders and their backup quarterback? I don't know. Maybe the thing is, right, like, let's start O'Connell. He looked that good in the preseason that there were fans out there that wanted to get him in. Let's see how it goes. We'll see. Raiders aren't very good coming off a loss, 10-15 against the spread last 25, and so I don't know. I do want to give the Raiders a chance here. Is the spread still 6.5? Let's take a look. It just seems like such a key. Like they don't want to go to 7 here today. But let me just at least take a look because I would think that word is already out certainly. But like I said, it was kind of late that that Garoppolo was officially ruled out of the game. Right now, 6.5, 48.5 is still this number. So, all right, Solo says go under here. Why not, right? But I don't know, with the Chargers at home, I'm supposed to be Mr. Under. I don't know. I'm going to end up taking the points. This is a pro football game after all, and against the Chargers, they can't cover like 2 or 3 points. You guys, how are they going to cover a touchdown? So, big news though is the quarterback situation. I think that's going to be what's going to be talked about on the shows today and all that. Raiders did play on Sunday night. Chargers have a bye next week. They're terrible going into the bye too. They are just garbage. I think they're 1-9 against the spread. Their last 10 heading into their bye week. So they're not going to be. They tried to give it away in Minnesota. Minnesota's not any good. We know that. Chargers aren't going to beat anybody by a touchdown, are they? Even with a rookie quarterback that nobody's heard of. Now, I'm not saying that Aiden O'Connell is, the savior for the Raiders, but he's the man in this one, and we shall see. If he could get it done. Look, he's not Drew Brees, but the Raiders will go with him today. The rookie out of Purdue. All right, Herbert has 939 yards passing so far, 6 touchdowns and no interceptions. Remember, Mike Williams is out for the season with that injury, so They still got some weapons. Okay, I got the script here from Terrell. It's set at 6.5 to lure you into taking the charge. Well, they're not going to lure me in. Consider me unlured. But expect the public to say the Chargers should win by a touchdown at home. It's a trap. Well, heck, I'm not falling for any traps. I'm going to take the I don't like to be in traps. I'm scared of traps, and I try to avoid traps whenever possible. I always hate the videos where the animal is trapped and the. All right, we're taking the points, of course, here in this one with the Raiders and the rookie quarterback. Here, I'm not sure why it's just. I'm sure it's because of how he looked and everything. Like I said, Hoyer is the Raiders was kind of the backup coming in. Funny, because Garoppolo, Hoyer, right? In a way, it's. All right, Raiders. 8 times in the red zone, they've only come away with 34 points so far this season. But man, Chargers is terrible as a home favorite. I can't do it. I've got to be on the Raiders here. This is my all-time matchup, by the way. I mean, Chargers and Raiders. A Raider fan as a kid because I didn't know any better, and a lifelong San Diegan that, until now, but that didn't realize you're supposed to root for the home team and that the Raiders were, who they are. So I don't want to say anything bad about any Raiders here in this. I'll take the Raiders plus 6.5. We're getting ready to go here in London, so let's just cover a few more games and make this a quick show. The Patriots are going to take on the Cowboys in this one, and we've got kind of some news here as well with the Patriots and the Cowboys. But I think the news is just a little bit different to a certain extent. It's not necessarily just in not injury related necessarily, right? Here, I mean, we know that the Patriots are going to come in here with conservative, right? Just don't let it get out of hand. Look, I mean, they're getting 6 points. I mean, geez, you know what the game script here is for the Patriots. They're going to muck it up, try to keep it a low-scoring game, and that's going to lead to a cover. I mean, come on, the Cowboys aren't going to cover any spreads here against the Patriots, no matter what you think of Mac Jones. They'll be able to compete in this one, I'm sure. The Patriots, just 1-2 so far. I get it, but they did win last week. They never got into the red zone against the Jets. It should be noted here, and you're going up against a pretty good D. But Dallas, they only scored 13 points in their 5 trips into the red zone last week in the 28-16 loss after those 2 monster victories. So Dallas is about as good as they come as a favorite in the NFL right now. They are 19-8 over the last 2+ seasons as a favorite, and 11-5 against the spread their last 16 games as a home favorite. Also, Dallas is 8-1 against the spread coming off of a loss. They've outgained their opponents so far 1,000 to 800 or so. So they've been pretty strong. Everything's looking good. They've +4 in the turnover department so far. But I'm not going to trust them to cover a number, not against the Patriots, and know at least how to get the spread here, I would think. Patriots 9-7 against the spread, off of a win in a non-conference game. I certainly want to take the points here. I do think, look, what's the total? Is it 43 right now? Gotta think it's going to be, the Patriots can initiate their dictating of the tempo here a little bit. Blake says go under, and this one, Cinna figure it out, says blow out. Blow out. No score first quarter for Cinna. And Solo says, give me Patriots on the money line. Oh, I have the wrong feed. I wanted the Nickelodeon feed. Oh, well, I'll just go with this. I mean, I'm on the show here. I can't put it up now. Okay, Terrell, thank you for that. He's got the Patriots over. He says Hoodie's going to open up the playbook now that the Cowboys have an injury to one of the best defensive players in the league. All right, Cardinals and 49ers. You see what the NFL has done to us, folks, here with these 3 games, right? They're all at least a touchdown spread pretty much. Okay, the Chargers are 6, but I mean, that's a touchdown. 3 games, more blowouts. So, all right. Cardinals and 49ers here. Cardinals 0-3, or 3-0 against the spread so far in the first half, I should say. They get off to a great start. They've outscored opponents 54-20 in the first half. They've been outscored 47-18 in the second half. That seems pretty obvious what we should do here, right? I mean, take the 7.5, 8 points in the first half with the Cardinals. 14 points in a football game. I'm probably not going to pass them up. Okay, Cardinals can win. I mean, Niners can go out. How many points do the 49ers have scored? 30. 30 and 30, right? Have they scored 30 points in all 3 games so far? Exactly. I'm trying to think. I mean, I think they have. They've outscored their opponents 36-12 so far in the first half. That, you know, if you can run, you can win. We know the Niners can run. Their trips to the 13 trips into the red zone, they've come away with 67 points. Niners 8-1 against the spread their last 9 games as a home favorite. We're laying 2 touchdowns here. Really, really tough to, Cardinals have shown that they are playing a little bit. Like I said, they're covering some numbers here and there. Cardinals 17-6-1 against the spread. Last 24 as a road underdog. 73%, 72.8%, whatever it is. So Dobbs so far, no interceptions for Dobbs. Now, total game manager, we know that. Cardinals last 2 games, 6 TDs, and also 5 attempted field goals. I don't think they had a big miss. Werner says 49ers first half and the over. Okay, I get it. Like I said, the Cardinals have outscored opponents 54-20 in the first half so far. Granted, these are the 49ers, the best team in the league. Solo says lay it. Jim likes the over. Hi, Jim. Nice to see you. No, Mindy's got her own show now. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thinking this one, I think I'm making it clear that I'm probably just going to take the points. Just to figure it out says, have you seen the stat where if a team goes 0-3, they have a very low percentage of making it to the Super Bowl? I think that's what Cinna Figure It Out says. Have you seen the stat to where a team is 0-3 at the beginning of the season, they have a high percentage chance to go to the Super Bowl? Yeah, I know what you mean. Low percentage chance. 0-3 team, they don't go. They don't even make 0-3 is like you're 0-3, you're done pretty much in this league. So some of these teams, or were you been saying 3-0? Because that's where the Niners are headed right now, is to the bowl, as far as I'm concerned. Long way to go. We'll see. Got to stay healthy. We know that. So far, road teams, I mentioned it on the show earlier in some other, division games so far this season. Road division dogs, 10-5 against the spread. And that's what you have here. Look, here's the thing. The Cardinals are 5-1-1 against the spread on the road against the 49ers their last 7 games. So give me 2 touchdowns, of course. I don't think I'm ever passing. These are professional athletes. They're not, some high school rank outfit out. Well, maybe they are for the Cardinals, but these are spots you kind of like. They'll maybe, the blowouts are the ones you don't see coming, right? The ones that, where the team knows, everybody knows they're in there. Thank you, Ferner. Like it, smash it. Here we go. One more game tonight. They're underway here in Wembley Stadium. Talk about mucking it up. Looks like they're playing on a shag carpet. I mean, how are they going to score any points in this one? All right, here's the Chiefs and the Jets. And, big news, obviously, in this one. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's been following this story now ever since it happened. And, it's just been something that's on the minds of everyone, how things will turn out. How will this play out for Travis Kelce? Yep, I said it. That's the big story. It's not the Jets quarterbacking situation. Will Taylor Swift's appearance be a distraction? I'm serious. Of course not. If you got the biggest pop star in the world, you're going to have a huge game here. Come on. Well, probably going to take the points at home, of course, and find a way. The problem I have with the Jets and the whole situation with Wilson, right, is it looks like you've given up. Okay. If the Jets aren't going to, make the move, it just seems like, you're saying the right things. You want Wilson to be, we're excited for Wilson. But it's just not working out. And how long do you take? How long does it take for something to work out? So the Chiefs actually should come in and end up blowing these guys out. Now it's tough not to take points at home here with the Jets. I mean, I'm probably going to have to. How can I not? Of someone like me. 9 points, maybe I'll buy it up. I'll buy it up to 10. I'll buy some 10.5 on the show here. I'm probably just going to take the 9. That's all I can do. The Jets have, let's remember, here's why the game gets out of hand. If the Jets defense doesn't make any mistakes, they can hold the Chiefs down. They can try to make it a low-scoring game and then get that money. But if Wilson throws some pick and, which is entirely possible, obviously, that's where the scoring could come in and start to get lopsided a little bit. Now, the last 2 games, the Chiefs have allowed just 1 touchdown in 21 drives. The Chiefs, 10-13 against the spread. Last 23 as a road favorite. 11 times in the red zone so far this year. They've come away with a ton of points, basically. 69 points in all. So they did have a problem with penalties early on, but the Chiefs cleaned it up there last week. They only had 3 penalties. Chiefs 15-23 against the spread, last 39 coming off a win. They're usually favored by too many points no matter what, even if the other team has the worst quarterback in the league. All right. Jets so far, 30-10 in that game last week. And look, Jets, they try running. They have to try to run. Let's see if you guys got some more comments here. So you guys are talking about it. I'm trying to make it a little funny there with I don't think I had hopes for Kelce and Swift, but I don't see it. I think they'll just have fun. This isn't going to be a long-term situation. We know how it is with Taylor, right? All right. Right, Blake, if anything, we saw him already get the touchdown. That was already the easiest ATD. And, the books, why give money away? I mean, I'd give the lowest price possible. I'm going to take the Jets plus the points here in this one, plus 9. I don't care. I do care, but I mean, pro football game, they know who the quarterback is. Come on. Jets have gone 8-10 to the under in their last 10 home games. Under Salah, they are 6-10 against the spread as a home dog, and they've been nearly out gained 2-1 in their last 2 games. Have the Jets. So the Chiefs are playing great defense. They've held opponents so far to 12 of 39 on third down so far this season. First time for Mahomes to come to the Meadowlands here. So looks like Mike's got it 38-17 in favor of the. Oh, I don't know what game he's talking about here. Well, might be a different game there. All right, Jets for me. I'm taking points, of course, here in the National Football League. I'm not gonna. I imagine the Chiefs could roll here. Of course, they could roll, but they just don't seem to have that overpowering killer instinct that really gets it done. As far as when they are big favorites, right? They'll get you done when they're the home favorite, slight home favorite against good teams type of thing. When you're expecting the big blowout, I don't want it. I want the points at home with the Jets. That's the way I am. I couldn't give you a lot of stats on it, right, necessarily, for the roll. Nathan's got it right. Oh, yeah, it's going to, no one's questioning the Jets' defense, right, at this point. I mean, they're the unit that has to try to keep them in the game and try to help them earn that field position. So that's why it sucks if you go out there and, Wilson's out there throwing picks or something, bad is happening to give them, field position that ruins the defense's great effort. So 4 plays today in the NFL. Check out the other games here. Okay. Touch on a few baseball games here, and then that WNBA game. We'll get out of here. I want to watch some of this Toy Story football. I'm on the wrong channel right now. I'm on regular football. Watch enough regular football games. Let me see some slime. Although they're not doing slime in this one. Anybody watching the Toy Story? Right? Is it like superimposed Toy Story characters on the players? What's going on with that? Can anybody tell me? I'm missing it. All right. I wish we had more information actually on the big baseball games of the day. Actually, the most important games, which I planned on covering here, actually have some lack of information because of the pitching matchups hadn't been decided. So it actually kind of ruined the show here a little bit. The Marlins are at the Pirates. I don't have a line for this one right now, and I haven't even seen like a semblance of what the line could be. Now the situation, we know which teams are in. We actually are just playing right now for a little bit of seeding here and there with the teams currently, because we know who's in after what we saw yesterday, and we know who's playing who also. The Twins are playing the Astros, and the Rays are playing the Blue Jays in the American League. The Rangers can clinch the division. They clinched the playoff berth last night. In fact, the Rangers and the Blue Jays clinched at the same time when the Rangers won. The Rangers are back in the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. They can win the division with a win or an Astros loss. The Astros clinch with a win and a Rangers loss. Blue Jays can clinch the number 5 seed with an Astros loss or with a win and a Rangers win. The Marlins, meanwhile, over in the National League, the only thing that can happen there, they can clinch the number 5 seed with a win or a Diamondbacks loss. I think they've already determined that Monday game will not need to be made up. I saw some information explaining why it would still need to be made up, but I believe Major League Baseball has come out now and says that that game will not need to be made up, that they have figured out what is going on. So good thing they have, because I'm just reading it off the Major League Baseball site. But the Marlins got in their first playoff appearance in 3 years, and just really the third time making the play, not counting the crazy year. So could it be another World Series for the Marlins? Every time they really get in, they win it all. Every time they get in a full season anyway. So, man, I wanted to talk a little bit about this game. I'm just trying to see if we can get any line possible. I can't even really make a pick on this game, but I guess I got to. I'm here on the show. Now, the team that has a true motivation here, of course, is the Marlins. So, like I said, they're trying to secure their spot. I'll just take the Marlins here. I don't know what the price is. They're going to be favored with a little bit of motivation here, certainly, and with Garrett, with a pretty good profitable pitcher here in Garrett. I'm sure the Marlins will be at least $1.35, $1.40. So, yeah, Jim, check it out. Monday through Friday is at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific. Join Mindy and Tiffany for Midday Plays. So they're doing a great show. Thank you for inquiring. They all drop me like a bad habit. All right. I'll take the Marlins, $1.30, $1.40. No, what can I do? Don't even have the line here for you. I wish I did. I had planned to cover these most important games today. And here's another one where I don't have a line yet. The Rays and the Jays. And again, these pitchers are we don't really know exactly either who's going, but this is what I'm showing currently in this one. Both these teams are in, but it is right now, like I said, the Blue Jays with just a little bit to play for here necessarily. Well, the like I said, Blue Jays clinched the number 5 seed with an Astros loss or with a win. And a Ranger win. They do need the Rangers to win as well, but they can clinch that number 5 seed in the American League. Right now, they're tied with Houston with the same record, but again, Houston can still find a way to win the division. So motivation is there for the Blue Jays. They have Gausman. Tampa Bay going with an opener here, Criswell. He's a middle inning reliever. He usually goes about 3. 10 appearances, 30 innings. So he'll be going a few innings here. The Rays just trying to get to the finish line as the wild card, as the number 1 wild card. Remember, they're already have clinched their position. Just give me Toronto here. They'll be favored. Here probably $1. Well, since they have motivation, I imagine it'll be $1.35, $1.40 here. I expect Toronto to be favored. Not much I could do on this one, you guys. I mean, I guess I could, discuss the game a little further, but it's all about football today. I just want to tell you what's going on in some of these races. Toronto's won 9 of their last 14. Tampa's won 4 of their last 6. That Tampa's gone over in 8 of their last 9. Toronto's gone over in 6 of their last 9. Right, there's another one. I do have the line. Woohoo! The Rangers and the Mariners, talking about the other important game here. Showing the Mariners $1.15, maybe even $1.20 here in this one today. The total is 7.5 over at minus 115 in this one with the Rangers. Remember, all these games, actually, I would want to mention this too. All the games start at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Basically, at either between 5 minutes after the hour up to 15 minutes after the hour. All the games kind of starting at the same time. Little scoreboard watching and all that. I'm going to take the Rangers in this one. We took the Rangers yesterday and it paid off, right? So I'm going to grab them here again today on the road. They beat the Mariners yesterday in a low-scoring game. That's the way I saw it. And I think the Rangers win today here at even money against Kirby and the Mariners. Here you have let's see, I have my notes here on this one. Thank you. For Kirby and the Mariners coming in, I would think that, look, their situation, as I explained it, whereas the Rangers clinch with, Rangers can clinch the division with a win or an Astros loss. Is pretty much it. So give them a little bit of motivation here, and I'm going to end up taking them in this one against those poor Mariners. Good try, Mariners. They might have brought it on themselves a little bit. But Rangers have the motivation. Fade the Ranger. Oh, gosh. Well, like I said, Rangers have something to play for, and the Mariners do not. Nathan talking about the football games is low score, and it looks like I think it's deep enough into the game that I can give out my premium play here. I think you guys might have known what it was, knowing me, knowing what's going on, but I'm on the under as my premium play here in this one. All right, and looks like Santa figured it out. It's ready for the last baseball game. My play will be on the Rangers with stunning Dane Dunning in this one. Dunning is a 3.86 ERA in his last 3 starts. Kirby's been good, 2-0 with a 2.08 ERA, but again, the Mariners are out now. Kirby's pitched very well against Texas. 5 starts, 1.52 ERA, and a 3-0 record. But I'll take the motivation here in this one today. And one last game in Major League Baseball here between the Astros and the Diamondbacks. These teams are both in the playoffs. How about that? The Astros in the American League, they can clinch the American League West with a win and a Rangers loss. It's pretty easy. The game will be going on at the same time. And as far as the Diamondbacks are concerned, let's see here. Marlins are still, let me see what the exact standing is here. So Arizona trails Miami by a half a game, and the Marlins own the tiebreaker with the Diamondbacks and can lock up a number 5 seed with that win against the Pirates. A Miami win and an Arizona loss is what would make it that they would not have to complete the suspended game. Man, just before I got on the air, I read something that Major League Baseball came out and said the game would not need to be played. So apologize for that I just don't quite have the story quite straight here. Like I said, we do know which teams are in. And Jacksonville, with a touchdown here, Ferner. What? Got a 30-yard touchdown here from Lawrence. Got the touchdown. Oh! Great touchdown there for the Jags. Man, it's certainly great to see that Christian Kirk, that touchdown. I'm a little behind. It looks like on the stream. You guys see it. Don't look there. I think we might get in trouble. 6-0, 7-0 now. Thank you, Ferner. All right, in this one, I take the Astros here against the Diamondbacks. Is my selection in this one. For the Astros, they're in a situation where they've 7-10 in their last 17 games. Arizona's won 8 of their last 13. But I'm going to be on Houston here in this one. I want to see a little bit of line movement here possibly, but I want to keep you guys today. Arizona, they clinched their playoff spot last night. They're probably pretty happy to be there. So I'm going to take Houston here in this one. Like I said, they still have motivation to win as well. Diamondbacks, their position is not sealed. Like I said, they could be jostling here a little bit, but they clinched last night and probably poured a little bubbly, poured a little beer. Let's take Houston here. Better team on the road in this one. With Christian Javier, I'll take Houston. All right. All right. And, we do know we got our one game in the W today between the Liberty. Crazy me. I didn't even look at the time of the game, but we do have the Liberty here on the road. A 5.5 now? 5.5 point favorite in this one. The total 160.5 at the Sun. Let's bring that graphic up. There you go. Liberty and Sun. I'm going to update the line here and see if the line has moved at all in this game. Oh, gosh. The line is now 5. The line is dipped to 5 for the Liberty. All right. Call it 5. And the total still here, 160.5. Well, man, I'm almost willing to come in on this home underdog again here with the Sun today. Anything here from the chat? I don't know if I'm going to break this one down too much. As a home dog here, I just might be on the Sun, and that just might be it right now is what I'm feeling. So right now, Liberty can wrap it up. Of course, they have a 2-1 lead in the series, in the best of 5. Let's make it clear. So they could get it with a win, but the Sun, they've ended up playing pretty tough in this series, no doubt about it. With that first win that they were able to pick up. Now the Liberty have come back pretty strong here. New York has won 5 of the last 6 meetings. They've also won 19 of their last 22 games, but the Liberty has failed to cover the spread in 6 of their last 8 games. However, they have been covering on the road. Mostly it's been at home when they've been heavily favored. But Connecticut's covered the spread in 4 of their last 6 games. So, man, I kind of want to be on the Sun here, and I think I'm going to be. Let's take the Sun today against the Liberty. Take those 5 points. Close game here. And we'll see if I can get to a premium on this total. But give me the Sun here on the show. The total, Liberty's gone over in 7 of their last 8 and also over in 4 of their last 5 games. So I would probably want to lean under myself, but the trends would indicate an over. I want to thank you guys for joining me today here for this short show. And any selections here from the crew? It's Nathan with Sun. Darren likes the under. And, here's a problem for the WNBA here in this one is that probably don't play your game at the same time as all the baseball games and the end of the early football games. So I know it's different up there in Connecticut. They love this team, and we'll find it out. Thank you, Blake. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com if you're interested to pick up my 7-pack of plays. I'll also have an afternoon package over at the website. But if you click on the All Cappers tab and you find that handicapper of your choice here, you got all the top handicappers at the top of the All Cappers tab. You can check out my records here. You see last 24 hours up 250, last 7 days up 11 units, last 30 days up 22 units, this year up 38 units. So please consider my package here today with the 7-pack of plays here for the early slate. Actually, I got to put another play on there to have a 6-pack, 7-pack. So maybe I'll have a 5-pack of plays and a bonus play in there. We'll see. But I appreciate everyone here. Catch you with more Morning Steam tomorrow, Monday Night Football. Check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. These are the games that I have up there right now. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including mine for today's action. Pick it up over at Tony'sPicks.com. 7-pack coming your way for the action in this big 9-game card. I'm going heavy. I mean, when you got the record that I have, let me pop this back up here real quick. One more part of the commercial. You guys can check out if you want, but you go to the Who's Hot button. You can click on NFL on our fully customizable leaderboard 2.0, and then look at the leaderboard here. Last 30 days, I'm 27, 11, and 2, all documented here on the site. My NFL picks. Colin's also running pretty hot. So is Joseph Schultz and Dick Martini. He's really running hot. I just have more volume. But last 7 days, 9, 3, and 1. That's basically the same last week. 9, 3, and 1 right there. So please check out the plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Appreciate all you guys here for some morning steam. Spend an hour with me today on some free sports picks here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Tony's got all his videos lined up, ready to go. NFL action for today. You want some more plays? It's still 3 hours before kickoff. I've got all the early games up there as well. So, and Ben Ruhala also. I want to mention Ben Ruhala's got all of his NFL videos up there. So check it out at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. You can catch Mindy's replays over there as well from earlier in the week. You were mentioning you hadn't seen that show. They're all on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Set the notifications. That way you know our programming. I come at you 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Mindy and Tiffany coming at you 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. And Tony comes at you with the drive-through featuring the Pick Dogs crew, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Catch more Morning Steam tomorrow. I'm Ramon Scott.